We should be live. We should be, but it is not live yet. Or it seems to be live now. Would be great. Would be great to have that. Just fixing some late things, guys. If you're watching already, well, welcome. Gotta plug some things in and stuff just so I can monitor the stream. Like this. Ready? Well, now see it. If everything's alright. Gotta plug some things in and stuff just so I can monitor the stream. Alright, let's wait for a little bit because I put the sound a little bit higher. Now see it. If everything's alright. Plug some things in and stuff just so I can monitor the stream. Alright, let's wait for a little bit because I think that sound is fine. I think the music is fine. It seems fine. If it isn't, please let me know. But so yeah, welcome everyone. Just going to wait for a little bit to see if any more people are joining us, and I'm gonna turn this sound off so it's no double sound. Double sound will be gone from now on. So yeah, main reason for this analysis, and I kind of just wanted to do a chill stream. It's pretty late where I'm from, at least. Just wanted to do kind of a chill stream, but also live making a video on what's happening throughout the crypto market right now. We got some bearish moves, and I got taken out of a position as well. I had this trade right here, and if we zoom in a little bit, so in this video we'll mainly talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum, I think, and then after that, I mean, we can discuss anything you'd like, basically. But yeah, so as you can see, we broke through that level, actually already took a break retest off of 30,500, so it's not looking great. I won't be trading for the next few, well, I'm not sure, but definitely not for I think tomorrow I won't trade, but because right now what's happening, because we have also closed that 4-hour time frame, which is pretty big, that does mean quite a lot. So the market structure is just changing, and it would be stupid to trade that. I mean, if you really want to go there, so if you really want to check what we can do from here, I mean, you'd say something like this, that we would take a break retest off of 30,650 and do something like this. But it's too risky right now, but because at this point of time, it is also still possible that this is a fake out, and that will find support here off of 29,000 or 30,000, and that will get back up to that level. Even though that seems unlikely, it is possible. Cheers, everyone. So yeah, it does look like, let's actually check out my better Bitcoin chart. I got a better one than that. That's my trading chart, which I only used to demonstrate that level. So what we did the last few days is we got quite a nice bearish breakout. We broke out of 31,000 and got to this level here at 32,000. And there kind of my mistake comes in, because overall I'm pretty positive and pretty optimistic about crypto and moves like these. And I expected June to be quite bullish as well, which is still possible. But I expected it to start off bullish as well. Well, that didn't really happen, arguably, because over today we actually dropped down quite a bit. So what's happening right now? I mean, that's the most important question. As I said, there is a small opportunity and a small possibility to actually get back above that 31,000 again. Especially the daily could help on that. I mean, with the daily, this could still be a wick, and if with the daily we actually close above 30,500, then we could still get a move up to 32,000, and all is going to be all right. But let's just address the situation. It looks way more likely that we'll continue this drop. And in hindsight, I mean, if you're taking a look at it, this level here around 32,000 and to be more precise, 32,300 is quite a strong level. And I thought we had that chance to actually get up to 33,000. But maybe I also was stuck in some sort of a recency bias due to these moves and also these moves. I mean, you have to say it already kind of started the 29th because then we found this support. But now we're dropping down. So the most likely scenario for Bitcoin, if we're honest, and if we forget about that situation or if we forget about that situation with the possibility of a fake out, which is possible, it just looks unlikely. I think we'll do something like this. I mean, we'll find some support off of here and then just drop down to this level right here between 29,000 and 28,800. And that's the first level upon which I think we will find some support, but it's too risky to trade that level as of right now. I would never trade that, because if you're having this much bearish momentum, and the volume is probably going nuts as well, that's not necessarily the case. I mean, the volume is relatively high, but it's not really high. So, but when this is happening, when there's bearish momentum like this, and the price is moving like this, I mean, you should never try to catch a falling knife. Was taught to me when I was a little trader boy. No, I mean, we got a possibility to actually find some more support off of this level right here at 29,300, which is great because I don't think that will hold, but at least that provides us a little bit more of a buffer for this area down here. So I do expect this level to hold. I do expect between 29,000 and 28,500 to hold. The interesting thing though will be what we'll do on top of that level, because right now the market structure is changing. It's changing from something relatively bullish, at least relative to the last couple of days and also to the last weeks even, into something else. And we're not sure what that is yet. If we're doing something like this and we actually hold 29,000, and from that 29,000 we're able to get towards 31,000 again, or at least 30,600, would be great, because then you actually confirm that consolidation. And then, I mean, we will probably just follow this consolidation again, which if you actually analyze what happened after big drops in the past for Bitcoin, especially for Bitcoin, but for crypto in totality as well, what happened was that they actually had consolidations for a really long time. So this wouldn't be that shocking if we just consolidate longer. But then this was just one big fad, or at least, I mean, it's hard to say, because as of right now, I think we will actually consolidate like this. I'm not expecting that we'll drop down to 27,000. I think it's too bullish for that, and a lot of great things are still happening throughout the crypto market, so I don't think something like that is going to happen. But what I actually, and that might again be very wrong, but what I kind of see and what I cannot get out of my head is that we'll just get back above this again. I mean, we found resistance at this level, but the initial resistance was not that big. I mean, we already took a break retest off of 31,500 again. So that initial rejection was not that big, and then today we got this bearish breakout, which is tough, but I wouldn't be surprised if within the week we're actually above 31,000 again. So that scenario would be something like this. I think would be something like this. Now probably consolidate a little bit down here just to scare off the people, and then afterwards do something like this. I mean, and a line like this also fits to the timeline, because with this scenario, the 7th of June, you would actually have the price back here again, and then we'll try to test that 200 EMA again and that full level around 32,000. And I'm not saying we'll break that, but I am saying that we can get, I think, in June we can get some sort of a more bullish consolidation or just some stronger uptrends than than downtrends. So yeah, it might also be interesting to just draw this trend line right here, because this actually seemed like quite a strong trend line. So either something like, I'd say something like this is actually stronger. And then when we're looking for a trade, that might be interesting to just take a look at. I mean, if you guys want to see, and welcome to all the new viewers, if you want to see anything in particular, any crypto, if you want to know my opinion about anything, please let me know. Down in the description, by the way, there is the link to the new Discord. Previous Discord wasn't that great, I thought, and apart from that, my account got hacked, so wasn't great, and I didn't have administrative rights over that anymore. So it's now, and you cannot see this, but I'm opening Discord right now. You can join that. I think the new link is already down in the description. There's still people joining the old one, so that's not great, but it is what it is. So yeah, you can join that there. I didn't really know how I got there, but yeah, if you want to see anything, please let me know. But for Bitcoin right now, I mean, what could be interesting is, I don't know, if we draw a fib like this, we could really, if you want to be really risky, you could just take another break retest off of this level right here and say something like this. I wouldn't even call that too risky, but I just wouldn't bet against Bitcoin like this. But you could do something like this. Could do something like this. Wouldn't even be that risky. You got a 2.0 risk reward just like this. And if we drag this along a little bit like this, and this is a conservative. This is a conservative take profit. Yeah, it's free, Kevin. Welcome to the stream. It's all free. In the Discord, you got. What we have right now is free news, just like with a webhook, you gather all the most important news. In my opinion, I looked it up myself, or I didn't look it up myself, but I picked the best news source, I thought at least, so that you don't get spammed with too much news, but that you do hear about all the major things. And apart from that, we also got a channel with all the new listings. So all the cryptos that are being listed on all the exchanges, you will immediately see in the Discord, and some other crypto resources. And apart from that, what I have just started is some sort of a trading lounge. So I'm also sharing all the trades I'm taking, just being honest, also for free. It's all for free. That was one of my goals with starting this channel, to keep it as free and honest and reliable as possible. So yeah, it is free. So yeah, so this is quite a ballsy trade, because I wouldn't really do it like this, but I guess you could do it if you if you take this 0.5, I mean, I'm almost tempting myself to actually take this trade. But yeah, so it is possible. You could actually use the situation a little bit. But what I said, I mean, this 2.0 risk reward take profit is quite conservative, which, if the risk reward is already 2 and the take profit is conservative, I still almost always would like to take that take profit, because the 2 risk reward is already great. What's up, Asil? Thanks, man. It's good to have you here, and thanks that you think that. I'm not convinced yet, but yeah. So yeah, something like this is possible. If we're talking about trading scenarios, it might also be interesting to take a look at a small trend line we can maybe draw from here. Oh, we can actually have this one. This hasn't actually hit. So this is on the other chart as well. But yeah, so in the same. So what we talked about, and for all the new people, is that I definitely wouldn't be surprised if we see something like this. And then up like this, and then we could actually meet this resistance right here. So again, around 32,000, and that will actually be a good test. If we break that, we could actually have some sort of a bull run all the way up to 35,000. But I don't want to sound as many of the other crypto people in the crypto sphere that we're going to have a parabolic rally like this. I think it's unlikely, but something like this is actually not that unlikely. What I think about waves, you know, I haven't really researched the project thoroughly, but I have seen it, obviously. I mean, I had that whole, I saw that whole massive bull run it had earlier this year. I also saw that it was relatively bullish today, which is great. But I mean, you have to know with waves. I mean, if you check out the last year, I was here with this bull run, which started in somewhere like February and ended in the beginning of April. You must know, I mean, we dropped down a lot too. So with waves, I mean, we can take a quick look at the project. Yeah, I mean, it's multi-purpose blockchain platform which supports various use cases. I mean, that's what you hear with a lot of blockchains, so that doesn't say that much. So, but if we just take a look at the price, that's maybe easier also for a live stream like this. If we just take a look at the price, I think I did an analysis on this. So yeah, I expected us to consolidate down here for a little bit longer, which we did. And then afterwards, I had this price target of $12 in mind, and if we actually had a bullish market, $14. We don't have a bullish market now, and we did reach this level here around $12, but it doesn't look sustainable again. I mean, maybe we would have something like this if the market was more bullish, something like this, but it isn't. And it really depends, like what's going to happen with waves for the next few days really depends on the market circumstances. If Bitcoin is going to drop down under like or around 29,000 again, and especially if it actually falls under 29,000, if that happens, I mean, waves is just going to fall like this probably, because the main support holding up waves right now is $8, and once that breaks, which I think it will do if the market continues to be bearish, we'll drop down to this level here between 6.3 and 6, I'd say, or 5.75, this level down here, if we visualize that a little bit. So yeah, I mean, waves, yeah, I'm kind of neutral about it, to be honest. I don't really have an opinion on it. I'm sorry, but this is my analysis, on the price at least. So what I also wanted to check was Ethereum for a little bit, because I analyzed Ethereum earlier today, and that analysis wasn't quite right, I think, because in that analysis, I mean, maybe the analysis was right, but I was biased towards a bullish breakout, which, I mean, you all know we definitely did not get a bullish breakout. I'm just checking, yeah, I posted it somewhere today. But if we take a look at Ethereum right now, it could be interesting because, oh, I actually bought some Ethereum with margin on some sort of account. I am going to get out of that position real quick. Otherwise, it's just a waste. Let's see. Or did I not? Maybe I didn't. Sorry guys, but have to do this. Oh, it shows that I still have it, which is okay, I'd say. I thought, or was it some sort of an order? Oh no, it is down. It is down a little bit, but no. Doesn't really matter. It's alright now. It's alright. I'm still up. So, how you decide to draw the rectangles? So yeah, I can do that a little bit. So with the rectangles, it's just if we, for example, take a look at Ethereum right now. So with the rectangles, I assume you mean these ones, which are, in my opinion, they are, or in my opinion, I use them as key levels and key areas. So I never use a line. Only with Fibonacci's I use lines, but how I come up with this one, as you can see, I mean, it is pretty accurate. It is just, you hit the top of it and at the bottom of it are respected quite well. So on the 4-hour time frame, I draw things like these. But what I usually do when I analyze is I start off on the daily, because the higher the time frame, the more reliable. And then I just look at, I mainly look at the wicks. You can look at the bodies of the candles, you can look at the wicks. I mainly look at the wicks. And as you can see right here, I mean, when an area is just congested with wicks, I just draw the triangle from the top, or at least, I mean, you could draw this a little bit higher, as you can see, but it doesn't matter that much, because if you really want to break out, you would need more of a breakout than this. So you also always have some sort of a margin of error. Then you just draw that up to, like, in the area where the most fibs actually coincide. So you can also see, like, right here there are fibs, and it's just a very well documented area. And apart from that, you also have a level like this. You can just see that these 3 wicks or these 4 or 5 wicks, arguably, they were just huge moves coming off of that. So that makes that quite a major level. Most of the levels like this on the daily time frame are quite important, because it is a daily time frame. But apart from that, I mean, here again, quite a lot of wicks in an area, and you just draw an area in between. And this was also based, the upper bound, because the upper bound, I mean, you could actually draw it like this, which is also valid. But what I would like to do then, more so, is do something like this to actually create 2 levels out of it, or even 3. So it's mainly just zooming out to the daily time frame, checking all the wicks, and especially levels like this, or levels like this, or levels like, I don't know, right here where you have support and then break and then a break retest. Those are strong support levels, or we should say key levels. So key levels obviously is support and resistance, but I could maybe do a video on it, just explaining that as well. So yeah, so I wanted to check out Ethereum real quick, just because I think it's interesting. Excuse me, guys. Which is dropping very hard. Wow. Other cryptos were not dropping like this. So and after that I'll do some Atom. I'm not sure if my chart is updated, but GRT I'll definitely do, because I really like the graph project. And good afternoon, Natalia, good to have you here as well. So with Ethereum, what I said in my analysis is that, I mean, obviously what you have right here is I mean, I don't always use triangles. I don't really like triangles, but in this case it's just very clear. You got this support which is holding up, and the sellers are pressuring Ethereum in going down. And then what I thought would happen is that Bitcoin would go to 33,000, and together with that, Ethereum would break out of that triangle and do something like this. That's what I thought. In reality, we got a little bit of a bullish move here up to 1975, and then we broke down below that, and we're still dropping down. I mean, we're now at a support level at 1800. So this is quite a big key area. I mean, if we want to reduce that in size, we would do something like this. So this is really the level we're looking at right now. I think this will hold. I think this will give us some support. But again, with Bitcoin, it's really just waiting for what's going to happen. Because as of right now, I'd say something like this is going to happen for the next few days. But it could also be that we'll find some very minor support off of that level, and that we actually need to drop down to 1700 again. It's too early. It's too early to say right now, which is a shame, because I'd love to give you some more precise analysis, but it's just I think it would be unresponsible to do something like that. It's good to have you all here. It's also important to realize that in 9 days, I think, somewhere next week, we actually have the new interest rate talks and inflation rate numbers for the United States Federal Reserve. So not the world, but what tends to be the case is that those numbers are the most important ones. European numbers are quite interesting always as well, and then Australia, New Zealand, not that interesting. China a little bit, but with the Chinese numbers, you always have to, I mean, put some sort of an asterisk with it, unfortunately. But if we take, I mean, here you got that inflation rate, which was lower yesterday. This was so that was good. And so no, next week. So now that I have you all here, I mean, you can see it right here. So you also got that Chinese inflation rate, which still is interesting to take a look at. I mean, China is one of the biggest economies in the whole world. Definitely a growing one as well. Regardless of what you think of China, it is. That's just a fact. But the more interesting thing is this inflation rate. And that's going to be a really interesting thing to look at, and I think the crypto market is actually going to react to that quite hard. So either I mean, that reaction is always hard to interpret, because it could be that it's a delayed reaction, like what we had with the last inflation rate. When that came out, we actually went up a little bit, first of all, up to somewhere around 41,000, and then we dropped down all the way to that level at 36,000 and 26,000, and you all know that. I mean, the rest is history, but we dropped down pretty hard. So that's interesting to take a look at. So now let's check out GRT. I think my chart is still kind of updated on that. Oh no, it isn't. It's also not loading. So, oh, it is loading, but it is not updated. So let's update that real quick. No, we're not going to use that. So GRT had a small sort of a rally, but not that big of a rally. It's dropping down now as well. You can do something like this. This is the level it's trying to hold. I don't think that will hold, so I think GRT will actually drop down to this level right here. Again, this level around 13 cents. We got a little bit of support here at 14 cents. Ooh, that's tough. Oh, that's quite... What's up, the boss? Good to have you back. It's quite difficult for GRT right now. I mean, we found pretty strong resistance here at that 100 EMA. But it's difficult to see to say where we'll find support, because I just in my opinion, I think it is most likely that we'll drop down to this level right here between 13.30 and 12.80. I think that's most likely, but the one thing that's conflicting with that is that we got this small area right here at 14 cents, which perfectly lines up, almost perfectly lines up with that trend line right there. So that could actually be, so there's basically two things that can happen. So let's do a little bit of a deep dive. We could actually have that the price drops down below, we find support off of that 14 cents level, and then this candle closes above 14.5 cents. If that happens, we might actually be able to hold that 14 cents level for the next few days. But if for any reason we actually close below 14.5 cents, we're just going to drop down to this level here at 13 cents. And from there we'll see again. I cannot really predict too far in the future. I think that will hold. I think we'll see something like this, but whether something like this is again going to result in something like this, or rather is going to result in something like this, that's too hard to say, and I'm not going to predict that, unfortunately, for now. So yeah, guys, I think we have reached the end of the stream. I didn't want to stream for too long, just going to chill for a little bit more, and I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Then I'll Then I'll have some fresh updates on Bitcoin. Hopefully I can tell you a little bit more then, and we'll see what's the state of the crypto market. I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it, so I would suggest you wouldn't too. Apart from that, for all the new viewers, the new Discord link is down in the description. This morning I launched a new Discord server, a better one, a way better one than the last one, so make sure to join that if you want to, of course. There are also some register links to certain exchanges on which you can get bonus USDT for free on some exchanges. I mean, there are always criteria, but you can always get some USDT for free and not too much of trouble. So if you need some more USDT or something, which I could definitely understand in these market circumstances, check out those links. Definitely the one of the Fairdesk exchange. That's quite a good link right now. You can actually get 2 USDT in bonus for free if you complete the KYC, which is quite easy. And apart from that, you can get like 5% or 10% of your deposit. So you can deposit crypto into the exchange, just transfer it in there, and you get 5 or 10% of that amount. If you transfer it to the contract account, you get that in a bonus just for free, and you can just withdraw the funds after that. So it's a pretty good deal. Check that out if you want to and if you have time. I mean, obviously there are more important things, but you would help me out with that. So and apart from that, it's also some free money. So yeah, 20,000 lowest Bitcoin. I'm not sure. Just for the last question. After that, I'm out. 20,000 lowest Bitcoin. I'm really not sure. Maybe because as of right now, I'd say 25k is a pretty strong support level. But if we really get into some sort of a recession, which I know we already are technically, but if we really get into a extended recession and the inflation rate stays this high and the interest rate actually goes up to, I don't know, 2% for like the Federal Reserve, we could actually drop down lower to 20,000. What's up, Izu baby? We're just quitting the stream, man. I'm sorry. Good to at least see your name. So yeah, guys, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all tomorrow in my new videos, and in my new stream, which will not be tomorrow, but I'll definitely let you know. You can join the Discord. You can follow me on YouTube, and I'll post it in the community. Follow me on Twitter at cilinixfxcapital. You can also see it. So I hope to see you all there. And for now, thank you all for watching and listening. It was fun for a little while.